Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series designed to educate the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to talk about custody, more specifically, can a mom lose custody and how might she do that? Now, this has value because if you're a mom, you can say, well, I want to avoid these things, and if you're the dad, you want to watch out for these things. I want to, I suppose, preface my comments by saying that the way a mom can screw up custody is really not that much different than the dad. It's not a gender thing. It's more about how a custodial parent might do some things that jeopardize the custody because perhaps they jeopardize the well-being of the children. Remember one thing, the court really doesn't care much about you. It doesn't really care much about your ex. It really only cares about the children in this scenario. And the court's only looking at what's in the best interest of the children. So if you do something that promotes the best interest of the children, you're scoring custody points. And if you do something that takes away from the best interest of the children, you are losing custody points. And so you've got to keep that in mind. So what are the grounds for losing? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you're overly involved in drugs and alcohol, that's going to be something that weighs heavily against you in the custody determination. The court is always going to look at that because the court is going to not so much be concerned about what you do recreationally. And you know, it's not unlawful to drink alcohol and get drunk. There's nothing wrong with that. You have a right to do that. But you don't have a right to do it and drive. That's one thing. But putting that aside, you don't have a right to do it from the standpoint of you can keep custody of your kids if they're exposed to it. So you always have your personal liberties. But whether you're exercising the appropriate judgment and whether the kids are impacted by it, that's a different story. Overindulging drugs and alcohol in the presence of the children so that they are either involved or otherwise at risk is a great way for you to lose custody points. And it's certainly the kind of thing that the court is obligated to take into account. Perhaps it goes to the moral fitness or overall fitness of the person to be a custodial parent. There are other things involved too. Obviously, if you are routinely involved, in your daily life with known felons and you consult with them, and they're at your place, they carry firearms, they do this, they do that. There's open discussion about illegal activities. You can well expect that that is going to be raised as an issue, and the question is going to come to the court. Is it in the best interest of the children that they should be around this? And the answer is probably going to be no. So you're talking about what should I look for in terms of impacting the custody. This is definitely going to impact things. And the court, in its considerations and its processes, are going to take these things into account to determine whether or not you are a viable custodial choice. Now, I talk about gaining custody points and losing custody points. It's loosely spoken. Don't think that the court actually has a point system, but the court does look at the factors, and the court does, in its own way, figure out, well, this factor favors dad more than mom, or mom more than dad. And how does it do that? Well, it may not actually have a literal point system, but you got to believe that some judge is calculating whether or not this factor should go one way or another. So that becomes very important. Therefore, if you have these things, if you are, for example, a person who likes to use alcohol, use some preventive measures. Keep it, away from the kids. Don't show up to your parenting time drunk, because then your ex is going to say, I'm not sending the kids with you. It's a danger to them. You're drunk driving. These are the kind of common sense things that you can really do that will overall enhance your chances of custody and the custody environment. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.